Shannon Sharpe lying. But y'all believe everything Shannon Sharpe say. Why? Because he said he got Hennessy in the Black and Mild? That's why y'all believe Shannon Sharpe? Because he got Hennessy in the Black and Mild? And he can yell at Skip because Skip said Tom Brady better than you?
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we got Ed Reed speaking on Shannon Sharpe. Now, he feels like Shannon went on TV and spoke about him, but he won't allow him to come on Club Shay Shay. See, Ed Reed wants to go on his public platform since he and Skip voiced their opinions public on Undisputed about him. He wanted to go into that forum and tell him his side of the story, but he feels like anytime these sort of issues come up, Shannon kind of distanced himself away from it if it doesn't align with his brand and some of the things he's doing right now. So, which is fine, but he's pretty much saying, like, why speak on it in the first place if I'm not able to come up and speak my piece? You know, that's what Ed Reed is thinking. You know, some of the things Shannon said, he was like, what you expect. You should have had him show you the campus. You should have talked to Coach Prime about this before you went on IG talking like that. And so Ed Reed, when he got wind of that, he was like, that's totally inaccurate. Honestly, we could see where Prime said he and Ed Reed had already talked about this in depth. So Shannon probably didn't see that, probably didn't have no knowledge of that, but he definitely was talking to Prime throughout the process. And also Ed was out there excavating the fields on his own. He had some people come in, you know, with his real estate, you know, with him being in real estate, he had people that was out there willing to put in some work for him based off some favors. And so he was proactive in ways that, you know, I could see why he's emotional with the amount of work he was already putting in. But for this to come to a halt, man, is really sad. But he spoke on Shannon Sharpe in depth, and I'm going to let you hear what he had to say. Check it out.
Shannon Sharpe don't want to bring me on this show. Shannon Sharpe said some stuff about me that was wrong. I just wanted to talk to Shay. I ain't got no beef with Shannon Sharpe. No beef at all. But you said something that was wrong. So now I got to talk to you so we can get it right. But he don't want to talk because he's on the fence. I've been saying this for a long time about Shannon Sharpe. Maybe this will get him to talk. Maybe this will get him to talk and get the real story and not tell it from their side. But what he did, he DM'd me instead. Man, we could talk on the phone. I don't want to talk on the phone. You did it over live TV. Let me come and sit at Club Shay Shay and you could drink your Hennessy that you promote to the people that you know is the worst drug out here. Yeah, alcohol. Don't tell me chill, Holmes. Don't shut me up. Don't shut me up. Don't shut me up, man. I've been jumping on lives talking about that, and I've been fighting for the little man for a long time. How y'all not hear these students out here crying? Don't miss the message. Don't miss the message, man. We still fighting to get into the fight. I want to coach these kids. They deserve a good coach. And no coach in their right mind should go over there right now. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? We fighting to get back into the fight. There's a fight going on for these young people. Don't y'all understand there's a fight going on for these young people? And we fighting to get back into the fight? Because we was building. We were building. I was cleaning up too. Yeah, I was the head janitor. But they on some real stuff, they had good people helping. They had really good people helping. I could call their names out, but I'm not going to say their names. They had some people over there helping. For real. Jeff Fagan ain't one of them. Jeff Fagan is not one of them. They had some good people over there helping, but he ain't one of them. Shannon Sharpe, lying. But y'all believe everything Shannon Sharpe say. Why? Because he said he got Hennessy in the Black and Mild? That's why y'all believe Shannon Sharpe? Because he got Hennessy in the Black and Mild? And he can yell at Skip because Skip said Tom Brady better than you? Why are you yelling at another man but they said somebody better than you that don't even play the same position as you? Hello? What are y'all fighting over? Like, y'all is all over that. Y'all entertaining that. This is amazing to me, man.
Now, guys, do y'all remember what I said about the DMs when he exposed Shannon Sharpe's DMs to him? I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of that and everything, but I was like, the reason that Ed Reed probably did that is because he feels like Shannon went and talked about him on a public forum. So, hey, let me share our private conversation in public. And that's exactly, if you hear the audio of what he just said, that is exactly why he did it. He felt kind of betrayed from Shannon Sharpe, man. And he also talked about him being offended by Skip Bayless. Like, why was Skip Bayless's takes about Tom Brady and him make you even react any kind of way? You can't take a guy like Skip serious when you talking about that GOAT debate. He was talking about, like, y'all don't even play the same position. Why are you putting so much into that? I thought that was funny that he brought that piece back up. But yeah, man, I think Shannon and Ed Reed could really talk about this. I would hope that Shannon would bring Ed Reed on the podcast. I mean, it would make sense right now. I don't know if his bosses will let him, but I feel like, that's podcast. I thought Shannon had a little more creative control over that. And I just think he's probably fearful. He's probably seen what's happened with some of these other podcasts when they brought certain people that went against the grain on there. They got a lot of backlash, and I know Shannon is probably looking at that, more so worried about that than worried about the change that Ed Reed's worried about. And I can't never fault a man for having his own opinion about how he should go about things, but man, I think Ed Reed should find those podcasts. There's several of them out there, independent. Some of y'all that's even hearing this video, y'all have podcasts, so I feel like he should hit up all these outlets that want to listen and want to be a part of the change. Even if you just lend your platform to his voice for a little bit of time, that'll help him in his fight, to fight for these kids. So, man, yeah, I think a lot of times people look at the biggest platform, but no, you could go to some of these smaller platforms and go viral on their smaller platform. You can help lift that person up where they have a bigger platform. You can come back to it later, So I think Ed Reed should probably look at that, if these majors don't want to do interviews with him. Because look, man, everybody got YouTube channels, everybody got IGs. You can get with somebody and speak your piece and they won't censor you at all, bro. But hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.